my soul is blessed, the king is born. Mama, I confess I'm a bad, bad man. Ain't no one like me. I'm a legend. Ain't no one like me. I'm a legend, legend. 'Cause I've been down so long that my crown and thorn is destined. Ain't no one like me. I'm a legend, legend, legend. Like a bull in a glass house. I don't care what the place is, from the penthouse to pavement. You better hear what I say. Hey, yeah. Yes, my soul is blessed, the king is born. Mama, I confess I'm a bad, bad man. Ain't no one like me. I'm a legend. Ain't no one like me. I'm a legend, legend. 'Cause I've been down so long that my crown and thorn is destined. Ain't no one like me. I'm a legend, legend, legend. King is born. Yeah, I told you before. Yeah, a king is born. Been broke before, but I never been broken. I told you before. I am the truth now, the truth has spoken. A king is born.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Jets going up against the Bills.
All right, Larry, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at what's now known as New Era Field here in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On first down, Kaepernick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Preston Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack.
Here we go!
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. It's caught by Jackson. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Vincent Jackson, 61 yards. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Corey Brown, 94 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets making their way out. It's been a while since we've seen them in the postseason, back in 2010. But last year, Charles, 5-11, and some of the moves they made in the offseason suggest maybe this year could be a challenge as well.
I believe those moves you referred to were made to change the attitude, the atmosphere on the team, because they went into the draft, and they got a couple of key guys that they've been counting on. Jamal Adams, a safety out of LSU. Marcus May, a safety out of Florida. They got younger, but they got more athletic back there. The tough part for them, still not solidified at the quarterback position.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Now that looked like the Colin Kaepernick we got to know early in his career. Able to scramble and pick up a first down. We haven't seen as much of that in recent time.
Yeah, you know he's got the size to do it. Out of high school, 6'5", 170, but now 230, and we see what he can do with that frame.
And I heard people didn't want to step in as a hitter against him because he's a pretty darn good pitcher in high school, too.
92-mile-per-hour fastball in high school. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Forte. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Kaepernick now on the keeper. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Now, that was a little bit longer distance than you would expect to see for a quarterback sneak. Normally, it's 4th and 1, 4th and inches. But when you get interior linemen trying to get upfield for a pass play, sometimes you can blow past them on the sneak, and it worked well for them.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Got a man, it's the rookie Ardarius Stewart. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Defense showing blitz. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
His throw incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletion.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Let's go! Ohio! 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 Let's go, Pete. Here we go! Flex round! Flex round!
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Looking deep downfield. There's the first NFL catch for East Carolina's Zay Jones. A big play here for the Bills. 47 yards.
Come on, let's go!
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
And every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are. But on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are. And that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go!
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him.
Second down following the run. They'll go again to McCoy. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. For McCoy in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole. But the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage.
Let's go!
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun.
They could not be more opposite in build. But coming into 2017, Matt Forte pretty much neck and neck with Darren Sproles for most receptions by a running back.
Yeah, both guys just over 500 into the year. Kaepernick wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open area.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Kaepernick now on 1st down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Stewart. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. On 1st down, this is Forte. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Here's Kaepernick. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
These Bills, Charles, as you look back to last year, got off to a pretty good start, put together a 4-game winning streak early in the year, including that 16-0 shutout of the Patriots, but last 10 games, 3-7.
And they expect that to change in 2017 because they made a change in leadership. Remember, Sean McDermott, a defensive coordinator in Carolina, is now the head coach of the Bills, and he's going to emphasize being able to finish stronger down the stretch. And they added Tre'Davious White, a cornerback out of LSU, to take the place of the departed Stephon Gilmore.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Colton Schmidt, 4th-year man from UC Davis, on to punt it away as he's on to punt for Buffalo. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets take possession. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Ohio! Let's go!
And the D looking like they may blitz. To throw, Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. This is the running back, Powell. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do?
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
He spins free. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now out come the Jets.
Here we go!
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Now Kaepernick. And some room to work. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right at the 45. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Black round! Black round! Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
Kaepernick now on first down. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The target that time was Vincent Jackson, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. Green's got it over the middle. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go! Brad 38!
Slot man moves right. Again, it's McCoy. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go!
And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go!
Kaepernick going to throw. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with it. Try to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Turnover differential last year in the NFL, the bottom 5 teams you'd expect. Rams, Browns, the Jags, the Bears, and the Jets. Tied at -20. These Jets, they have to solve that QB situation.
They, along with the other teams that you noted, they've got to get better play in that area because no team goes to the playoffs -20 in turnover differential.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run.
Here we go. Ohio.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
This will be fielded at the 8. And spins away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Kaepernick to throw on second down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, Kaepernick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, If you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
To throw is Kaepernick, and that'll be incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Snags it for the pick, and the return will stop it well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we... We've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I'm without speech. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Again, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Taylor now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. And maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Taylor. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. It's a tough early season stretch for the Bills. After this, they go to Carolina, then home for the Broncos, and 2 more games on the road at Atlanta and Cincinnati.
3 of those teams have been in the Super Bowl in the last 2 seasons.
They will, however, get a brief reprieve with their bye week in Week 6. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete over the middle to Stewart. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Here's Forte. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Here comes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Tre'Davious White. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the 1st down yardage there. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll run it with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now McCown throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down. Throwing on first is McCown.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Again, it's McCown. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. McCown now on first down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. One final try for McCown. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. There wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectrum deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got less on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I'm just a so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think it compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm in the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. When mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear.
born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it, I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a iffy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top off a bridge. My black boys, I boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her, so no. I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean? You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap god, Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rose still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad bag gon' get. What you mean?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Chargers going up against the Broncos.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll be taken in the end zone. Nifty move. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jamal Charles, 84 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And Charles, after an injury-plagued season a year ago, nice to see him get back into the end zone here in Week 1.
You know as well as I do, chomping at the bit. I mean, all off season, wanting to get back in form, get back on the field, show that production that he had previously, and getting into the end zone, that's a big statement for him.
It's got to be just like a breath of fresh air. Like, here we go, last year behind me, let's move forward.
Good point. Shed it and move on.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it's 2nd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 4.
And the Broncos go to a nickel set on 3rd down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. Working out of the gun, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball on the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Simeon. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. The 30, 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, an even 90 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead. You got to figure if they want to have success this year, the more they can put the football in his hands, the better, coming off a Pro Bowl campaign.
And that Pro Bowl campaign does more than just get him notoriety. It also plants an idea in the minds of guys trying to defend him that he's really pretty good, and sometimes gives you a little bit of extra room, a little bit of extra deference, and he's taking advantage of it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Rivers now. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Hey, let's go.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
Here we go now.
To throw on second is Simeon. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 21 yards. So the D-line's going to spread out. A first down carry here for Charles. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Charles getting the handoff from Simeon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here's Simeon now on second down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, You can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Simeon. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. Look at the spin. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. He got 29 yards that time. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Shaquille Barrett, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Play action now. Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And his throw is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Rivers. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. And it's 17-7. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On second down, Jamal Charles. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Out of the gun, Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And the back goes into motion.
Watch it now, Barney.
On second down, Rivers again. Going underneath for Gordon. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On play action, Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I know that's something people say you have to live with Phillip Rivers as your quarterback. 52 interceptions over the last 3 seasons. But remember, he's been dealing with a depleted wide receiver core.
Yeah, that's very true. But those 52 interceptions over the last 3 seasons you mentioned, most in the NFL. And Green with a catch left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 10th carry now for Jamal Charles. Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So a minute 56 to play in this 1st half. Back to Denver right after this.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
They run it. It's Charles. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Jamal Charles, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Fresh set of downs here. Rivers now to throw on first down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Ready, ready.
On the sneak, Rivers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos lead. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Play fake. Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Chargers on third down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Rivers. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably. Somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, Simeon. Green's got it over the middle, and he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Red zone opportunity. This is Charles. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Another shot here for Charles. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Simeon. Screen pass to Charles. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now running right through it. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over, A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
happened. You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
If the Chargers could get a full season out of Keenan Allen, look out, AFC West.
How much does that change for them?
Changes everything because he's a true #1 receiver. He eats up catches, and his ability to make plays downfield is just tremendous.
10 more there and another first down. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Rivers now from the 50. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Loves a screen pass. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Time running out here on the play clock. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep. And for the 4th time.